beautiful people. Welcome to another exciting edition of Brains on the Go. My name is Eswatini. Today, we are here at Eswatini High School to check on one of the top 5 students, who is Mahlambi. We're going to find out what she does with her day at school, how she spends her time at school, speak to her friends probably, and speak to some of her teachers, of course. Does she interact in class? She's a very, very shy person. We all do know that. But does she interact in class? Of course. Join me while we find out what Delamsile does with her day. Follow me.
Who can give us an example? I gave you many examples yesterday. Just give me yours.
The dog is running.
Look smart.
The dog is running.
The dog is running. Okay, good. The dog is running. Any other example? The list just countless. There are countless number of simple sentences. Any other example of a simple sentence? Where is it?
The teacher is marking.
The teacher is marking. Okay. That's good. Okay, now let us go to a compound sentence. We also talked about a compound sentence. What is a compound sentence? How can you define it? A compound sentence. An example of a compound sentence then. It is one made up of 2 independent clauses, and then they are joined by a coordinating conjunction. Can you just give us an example?
She is cooking and tasting. She is cooking and tasting.
Let me write it down so that you all see it. She is
Cooking and tasting.
She is cooking and tasting. According to the definition of a compound sentence, is this a compound sentence or it's not? The essay also says it's not. Put up your hand. Okay, the majority is saying it's not a compound sentence. Then you can give us one good example of a compound sentence. The answer.
Mr. Mamba is a teacher, but his brother is a lawyer.
Mr. Mamba is what?
He's a teacher,
Is a teacher,
but
but
his brother is a lawyer.
his brother is a lawyer. Very good. This is a compound sentence. Second word.
We are still here at Eswatini High School. My name is Eswatini, and this is Brains on the Go. We are here to check on Delamsile, and part of checking on her, of course, includes speaking to some of her teachers who perhaps teach her or who know a bit more about her, who have been teaching her for a couple of years. I'm sitting with one of her teachers right now, Mr. Zigalala. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well. Could you please introduce yourself to the viewers at home and say what you actually do here at school, Eswatini High School?
Welcome, viewers at home. My name is Mr. Zigalala. Like she has just said, I'm here at Eswatini High School. I am teaching religious education and literature in English. I'm also a teacher to Delamsile Mahlambi.
So you do currently teach her at the moment?
Yes.
Okay. Umfundisa in?
Religious education.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
We're just here to find out a bit more from you about her. Ukuthi Delamsile ungumphana lonjani kumbe eklasini, how is she? Is she interactive? Or hold her back? Does she ask questions maybe during class or maybe after class? So what sort of a student is she?
Very, very much engaged, classini active kakhulu. Although she is a bit shy, but maka khona loku misconception akakubuta uye abude for clarity ekhathe classini akasilo umntwana lo mina ukuthi aza approach Nicodemus ngaphandle nangabe nje idinga clarity classini she is brave enough to ask a question.
Okay.
Uba focus in most cases la kune misconception khona akasalele emva uyabuda.
Okay, we got a lot of shy person in her.
Yeah.
She's very, very interactive in class.
I think it has to do with the teacher-learner relationship.
Okay.
Sometimes learning influence on lower cool.
Okay.
Yes.
So how long have you been teaching her besides this year?
For the past 4 years I've been teaching her.
Okay, so you know her quite
yes,
well.
Since her form 1, yes.
So socially, maybe I can ask if you do know, would see how is she when she's with her friends? Sometimes from when she is in class. So what sort of a person is she?
Now by assumption, because I don't normally see her in most cases, but in general, I think we are connected. Nomunye umuntu akabashaye classini but nakanema peers zakhe no uba free and ngicabanga ukuthi uhamba ne group mhlambe ngaba 1 or 2 people.
1 or 2 people.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yes, when she does seem she does seem like the kind of person that doesn't go with the group.
Yes.
Okay. So Telamsile ufike ku top 5 on Brains on the Go. She did really, really well. How has it been in terms of that? Maybe when you're walking around the corridors, have you heard anything? This girl has done really, really well. She's maybe one of the students, something like that. Have you heard anything in my corridors, or maybe the teachers something in your department, or maybe in the staff room? Tell us a little bit about that.
Holistically, yes, Scholar Song, we were very much happy, massive achievement because he has inspired a song, sites and the commitment and even the learners in the school were inspired, such that it's been a group lenye join competition ya Macmillan, labanye baba influenced by the strand sake, because even though Sigma strong rural backgrounds party. The potential emuntu mase inecharishe kahle that person can shine and compete anyway.
Of course.
So she's an inspiration kubo bonke nje abantwana. Nana nathi nje sibotishela, we're expecting a lot from her. Le competition imsite kakhulu yamenda waba more focus nayo wathi discover the potential lebesuka sinecharisha simtshela ngayo.
All right. Yes. I think that was my follow-up question. Has her being in that in the setup that they Friends on the Go, has it changed her? But njengoba also uyibonile potential yakhe, like she's developed into this other person. Yes. Maybe you can elaborate a bit more. Has being on Brains on the Go, has it changed her? Maybe in terms of umati wako before and umati wako nyalo.
Ngasho ukuthi kumshintshile because determined. I think we kufika kwaba sort of a motivation ukuthi once she discovered her potential nalokuba exposed kuma like letting inhlelo tabo Brains on the Go inspiration wakhona kutha more effort to continue abe idiamond isikole esikasho ngetisa ngayo in other upcoming competitions langavela.
Of course.
Ngicabanga ukuthi inspiration she's working hard kunetithelo letinhle la kuye ngoba so more committed.
Yes.
So sekuneni lesikhathile nakuye nje sisikolo lalathi.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Zigadala. Before I let you go, maybe I'll put you on the spot a little bit. Top 3 yet for your Brains on the Go. Guna Nkumweni High School, Guna Nyamani High School, Guna Ngwane Central High School. Who do you think is going to be number 1 in this whole competition?
Even though competition ngeke sijudge about previous experiences,
yes,
anyone can attain number 1, but ngaba nayo le feeling ukuthi maybe Nyamane can outstand.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm not saying Ngumini cannot do it, but anyone is possible, has a potential to become number 1.
All right.
But in looking at the certain group, I can give it to Nyamani High School.
You give it to Nyamani High School. Thank you so much, Mr. Zigana. I think I should phrase my question differently. Who do they think is going to take it? I think I should ask, who is your favorite school to take it? I think that's how I should ask the question. Thank you so much, Mr. Zigana, for your time and giving us some insights on the landscape. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's more welcome.
Thank you. Right now we're going to find out more from a few more teachers about her here at Ngutseni High School. This is Brains on the Go on Eswatini TV. We are still here at Ngutseni High School. This is Brains on the Go on Eswatini TV. Right now I am with one of Telamsile's teachers. Of course, she is going to introduce herself to you guys back at home. How are you doing? Before you introduce yourself, how are you doing?
I'm very much fine.
Okay, I'm good as well. Can you please introduce yourself to the viewers? And yeah, from here.
I am Miss Sabati Tabete. In the school I am teaching English and Siswati, but as for Telamsile I am teaching here Siswati.
Okay, you teach her Siswati. Yes. How long, maybe before we go into you teaching her this year, how long have you been teaching her?
I'm not very sure, but I think I started with Telamsile from Form 1.
Okay.
And the junior level I was teaching her English.
Okay.
Then this year I am teaching her Siswati.
Alright. Yes. Since you know her pretty well, I mean it's been 5 years now since Telamsile. Maybe in the class situation, is she interactive maybe at class? Is she the kind of child maybe while she is in class, maybe she'll come ask you privately or something like that? What sort of a student is she?
Very quiet and shy, but what I love about her, in the part Telamsile would always ask. Otherwise in class she's very quiet, partaking when they are partaking, but not very, of that child that would say that one is going to be so active.
Yeah.
But the only thing I love about her is the fact that when she doesn't understand, then she will ask.
Okay. Alright, she's been a part of Brains on the Go, and she did really well. One of the top 5 students, in the Shiselweni region, if I can mention that. Of course, I'm sure you are. How has that been? Maybe you have been walking around the corridors or maybe interacting with your teachers at staff room. I've noticed you guys have department areas around the school where certain departments so maybe what has the word been? What have they been saying? Wow, we are so happy for this girl. Wow, the sort of inspiration that she has shown to. I'm just making examples. What have teachers been saying, or maybe students been saying about Telamsile?
A lot, really, because when you're talking about Telamsile, she's one of the kids that are so much well-behaved. So for her to win in this award, it was just something that made the school so proud. So proud, besides that everybody was talking about. Anyway, others wouldn't even know the Telamsile we were talking about. Those that do not teach her would be asking, who's this Telamsile? Who's this Telamsile? Then they go around saying, oh, here is Telamsile. And we were just so happy. Everybody was just so happy about the performance.
That is a beautiful thing. Has it changed her? Telamsile, maybe Kubago Brains on the Go. Is she a different person from what she was before? I know you said she's a well-behaved student, but Gumshinjile in Telamsile, Kuba on the show?
No. With me, I would say no. Because if you look at Telamsile now, and the Telamsile that I had yesterday, she's just the same Telamsile. Because if you think of the kids, maybe somebody would be, trying to show off and the like.
Yeah.
But Telamsile is just that Telamsile.
The same person.
The same Telamsile. Just the same Telamsile.
That's a lovely thing to have. Before I let you go, Ms. Nhlabati, Telamsile was, of course, along with other students in the top 5, but unfortunately she couldn't make it to the top 3. But go top 3, Kunengwini High School, Kunenyamane High School, Kunengwane Central High School. So I'm going to ask you right now, Ms. Nhlabati from Ngutseni High School, which school is your favorite school to take the #1 prize on Brains on the Go for the Shiselweni region?
Amongst the 3?
Yes.
You say there's Ngungwini.
Ngungwini High School, Nyamane High School, and Ngwane Central High School. Which one is your favorite?
When you are talking about favorites, then people are going to think there is, that beef with other schools. But really being this side of the country, I would say, if only Ngwane takes it. So that again we celebrate. So that again we celebrate our victory as Mbulungwane.
Okay, alright. Okay, thank you so much for your time, Ms. Nhlabati. Thank you so much for your time. Guys, those are my pointers from Ms. Nhlabati about Delamsile. We're going to find out, of course, from Ms. Gunene about Delamsile and her progress, of course, ever since she's been on the show after this. This is Brains on the Go on Eswatini TV. My name is Nogwazi Dlamini. We are still here at Ngutseni High School. I am sitting right now with one of the teachers of Delamsile, of course. You have probably seen her. Yes, you have seen her. We spoke to you the last time once, right? No, twice. Twice, yes. How are you?
I am well, and how are you?
I'm doing very, very well. Please introduce yourself. Just a reminder to the viewers who you are and what you do here at Ngutseni High School.
Okay, I'm always referred to as Miss Gunene at Ngutseni High School. I teach Siswati and religious education.
Okay.
Yes.
So how long have you been teaching? Just a recap. How long have you been teaching Delamsile?
I've been teaching Delamsile for 3 years actually, because I taught her at junior level. So when she was in high school, I wasn't teaching her anymore.
So you're not teaching her at the moment?
At the moment, I'm not teaching her.
Alright. Good student, social, in class, antisocial, outside of class. What sort of a student is she?
Oh, Delamsile. She's still the Delamsile that I once talked about. Calm, collected, quiet, shy. That's just who Delamsile is. Inside class and even outside class. But sometimes you see her in making interactions with other learners outside class, because you will find her along the school grounds working with 1 or 2 of the learners, which is something that never used to happen, especially in her early years at high school.
Yes. You were there when she unfortunately couldn't make it to the top 3, and it was a very, very sad moment. Has that had an impact on her? Maybe she didn't do so well, maybe she didn't reach that level that she wanted to reach. How did she take it maybe after the show? We spoke to her when she was Marahamba, but maybe at the moment how she was feeling. How did she take it right after, maybe a few months or a few weeks after everything ended?
She was a little bit disappointed and sad, because she had high hopes in terms of the rewards that were there when you win the competition. But the kind of a kid she easily welcomed it. Then we spoke about it, and she was like, oh, Madam, I tried my best, I fought until this far. Then we talked about the episode where there was a tie, where they had to all stay, and that was the laughter of the moment, that your fighting really was good, because on that day I thought she was going home, but she fought and she didn't go home. She even pursued the judges not to eliminate anyone on that particular day. So even I, as a teacher, I was disappointed, but in every competition there is a winner and there is a loser. Unfortunately, on that day she was the loser.
Unfortunately. Has it changed her, probably, being on the show? Is she a different person than what she was maybe at junior level? Is she a different person now? Because is she a different person now after being on the show?
Unfortunately, she isn't, because I was hoping that Brains on the Go is going to make her open up in terms of socializing with other kids, because even during the entire series, I would see her interacting with other kids one-on-one. So I hoped that when she comes back to school, I would often see her interacting with other kids. Unfortunately, she's just still the Delamsile that she was.
Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. You would even think that she never even participated in this kind of an episode, but that's just the kind of a kid she is.
Alright, okay. Maybe just to speak a bit on the personal side of hers, Guti. Umambuga or Maukuluma naye, what are some of the things that you have noticed besides probably uniform, because I think she did actually get that, stationery probably, or toiletries or something like. What are some of the things that you actually think
it would be toiletry as a young girl who is a teenager and who is growing up. Those are the major key things in children that stay in such kind of surroundings. The unavailability of such things, it makes it harder for them when it is that time of the month. And the issue of clothing, I say that because when we were talking about the uniform, she wanted to get sneakers that are not white, yet when you wear the school tracksuit, you are required to wear white sneakers. But she was like, I would require black sneakers so that I would wear them even after school. Like even if after I've completed school, I would make good use of them. Then I realized, probably in some instances there is that lack at home in terms of the availability of clothes, and especially these are young kids. They want those in-thing label kind of clothes. But that's where I realized probably there is a need in terms of that, because in as much as we were talking about the school uniform, but she wanted to make good use of it even outside school.
Okay, I think it would also help her, because we have been speaking of the fact of magahamba ekhaya unalinginga emfula and all of that. I think that can also help you to probably not use school shoes on that day, use lama sneakers to actually walk to school sometime, I suppose.
Yes, it would, but with such kind of sneakers, she wouldn't wear them in those conditions, because they would easily tear off, because on the route that they use, especially in the river, they have to take off everything, like socks, shoes. They just cross over on their bare feet, and after they've crossed, then they put on everything. That's a route for winter and summer.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Kunene, for your time, and of course welcoming us to Eswatini High School. Speaking of the route home, we are going right now to Delamsile's home to find out what she actually does when she gets home, and maybe speak to her mom and find out how happy she was when she found out her daughter was in the top 5 of Brains on the Go in the Shiselweni region. We will be with you at the Delamsile's home, Kankomoni, I think. That's the name of the place. We're going there right now. Hi guys, you are still tuned in to Brains on the Go on Eswatini TV. My name is Nogwazi Dlamini. We are still here. Sorry, there was a flying right in front of me. We are still here at Eswatini High School, spending the day with Delamsile Mahlambi. Part of that, of course, those are the people that she hangs out with. Those are the people that probably know her way more than the teachers do. So they are sitting right next to me at the moment. I'll start from my right. Please introduce yourself, tell me your name and how long you have known Delamsile.
Hey guys, I'm Ngabo Edmund Bamba. I've known Delamsile for like 4 years, if I'm not quite mistaken.
Alright, okay. We'll come back to you. When again?
My name is Mugelo Mnisi.
Mugelo.
Mugelo Mnisi.
Okay, Mugelo Mnisi.
I think it's about 3 or 4 years I know Delamsile.
Okay. Ma'am?
My name is Samithin Sabati, and I've known Delamsile for 5 years.
For 5 years?
Yes.
Okay. So you've said you've known her for 4 years. So what sort of a person is she? Mangiti person, maybe friend, because 4 years is a long time. She's probably your friend now. You've known her for some time. So what sort of a person is Delamsile? Is she a good friend? Is she a bad friend? What sort of a person is she? That goes for all of you. Ndang Pendula, the very next question. Okay. Now Talanga went that.
Delamsile is quite a good friend.
Okay.
A friend with whom I could speak with freely, whom I can trust.
Okay.
Yeah, She's indeed smart, of course. Sometimes I give my homework to her just to help me.
Why are you revealing that?
Say, you know. But yeah, I like it.
Rather say she helps you with your homework.
Yeah, and more.
Okay.
Some personal stuff, which I can't say right.
Okay. All right, Mugel.
Yeah, I think she's a good friend. I could tell anything to her, and ngiyati ukuthi imfihlo yami utayigcina kahle until ezangiside kuloko langifuna angiside kiyo.
Okay.
Ngichazana lapho khona sasikhipha enkingeni naseklasini sesingahithini bese uyasikhipha all the time.
Problem solver.
Yeah, problem solver.
All right. Thembeli.
Delamsile ungumngani lo kahle. Well, ngafunda naye from form 1 to form 4. Then ngiphinda form 4 mina. Well, yena bekangumngani lo right. If ever bengine homework and angikhona uku understand, she was there for me, angisita lapho ngeva khona, angichaze up until ngive the question.
Okay. Nitichenya kangakanani ngaDelamsile? Delamsile has been she was on Friends on the Go, and she managed to reach top 5. Nitichenya kangakanani ngemngani wakho ukuthi she reached that level, and what sort of an impact has it had on you as an individual? Friends on the Go kwaDelamsile.
I could just say, for me personally, it's okay. I was like, okay, Delamsile, yo, I just been online, I trained the girl. I was like, yo, that was my dream. Some people around, but she kind of motivated me to some sort, because in my life I was just wanted to be an actor.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm proud of her. I'm chill, like I even kept her a gift.
Okay.
You know? But I gotta say, she did well.
Yeah.
We are proud of her as a school.
As a school. And as friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Mugel.
Ngisho ukuthi ngifisela lokuhle. Ngifisile ukuthi njengebangani bakhe siyadichenya ngaye nesikole futhi siyadichenya ngaye. Ngifisile ukuthi futhi nangabe lokuhle kumendakalele kuye. As a friend ngifisela lokuhle nami ngiyafisa ukuthi angiside angitshengise ukuthi kuphunyulela kanjani nawe into letifana nale.
Yes, of course.
Well, nami ngiyadichenya ngaDelamsile njengemngani wakhe, and siyadichenya siyingutseni high ukuthi usiphakamisile sisikolo, because I believe ukuthi for the first time ubekhona phakathi ukuthi nofuna top 5. And ngifisela okuhle ngaye, ngifisa ukuthi achubeke abe nemfutho and angasilahli thina bangani bakhe, because ulapha la khona nje nathi bese motivator simsita lapha nalapha, so angasilahli nathi asimotivate la sinethinking ngakhona.
Alright, okay, good things that we are hearing about Delamsile. Problem solver, motivational, of course. Things that we didn't hear, of course, from her teachers. Thank you guys so much for the wonderful, wonderful words. One thing I picked up is that Delamsile has a group of friends, something that we didn't think that she had. We probably thought that she goes around with like one person Eskolweni, but she's got a group of friends. This was the first batch. Let's find out what the next batch has to say about Delamsile. Welcome back to Brains on the Go. We are at Ngudzeni High School with the second batch, Bangani Delamsile, like I said before. She goes around with a group, and this is the other group. Not the other, but the other two ladies, Lahlale Abanayo. So I'll ask you to introduce yourselves and tell me how long you have known Delamsile Masam.
Ligama lami ngilindokuhle ngwakansibi. Delamsile ngimati for 5 years.
Okay. All right.
Ligama lami nguSimangele ngwakasikhonze. Delamsile ngimati cishe iminyaka lengi-7 from a primary.
Oh, so you've known her for a long time, Gewen.
Yes.
We'll get the tea from you. So, what sort of a person is Delamsile Ndogoshe? Umngani lonjani? Is she a good friend? Is she a bad friend? Is she able to keep your secrets? Because girls are like that. Nyatanza wo Jelana Emma secrets. What sort of a friend is she?
Delamsile ngumngani lo right. Siyakhona ukuxoxa sishelane lo esishelana kona. Sinika nema advice la right. Yeah, ngasho kanjalo nje. Umuntu lo kahle yakuthiseka. Friendly, right.
Okay. Primary school friend. What sort of a friend is she? Ever since primary,
Is she is friendship yakhe consistent? Is she still the same friend from what she was before to now?
Yes, so ungumngani lo kahle, lo motivateanako, lo nikana ama-advice. Ukahle nje uyaxoxiseka, uyamtshela netimfihlo takho uma unato netinkinga uyakhona kusolvela.
Usengase nje watshela anyone any of your secrets?
Awusengase wangidisappointa, solo ngumngani nje lo right.
Okay, alright. Nithi chanya kangakanani ngaDelamsile? She's been on the show before. She's gotten to be on the top 5. Unfortunately, she couldn't reach the stage, the top 3. But that is a huge moment for her. Kuba ku top 5. Nithi chanya kangakanani ngaDelamsile?
She's really proud of her. Yeah, alright. Siyamjabulela ukuthi nayo agcina khona ile class top 5 njengemngani wethu, so sothi kukhulu lokudako ngayo, ngasho kanjalo. Sesekuningi lokudako kuyo.
Okay.
Ngiyaziqhenya kakhulu ngamngani wami Delamsile, because kusukela primary vele bekasolo angumuntu lo ngathini lo watiyo vele. Lo watiyo naseklasini bekavama lokungihlula, but usifiso sami nami bese bengifisa ukuthi ngigcine ngibe njengaye. But I hope utanginike ama-tips ukuthi wenta njani naye ukuze afike la khona. Nami ngiyafisa kuba njengaDelamsile. Nami ngiyafisa kufeza amaphupha ami. Ngasho kanjalo ukuthi Delamsile umngani lo kahle kuze sifike khona la sikhona khona.
Okay. I didn't ask the other friends this question, but sengibuza nini. Ni ku top 3 ke. Kuna eNkhungweni High School, kuna eNyamane, kuna eNgwane Central, ne? Which school would you I mean, Nguzeni is not there, unfortunately, but nje, which school would you be happy ukuthi siwinile and si representa siba number 1 sa representa eShiselweni region?
Kunenyamane,
kuna eNkhungweni, kuna eNgwane Central.
Ngingajabulela iNgwane.
Ungajabulela iNgwane?
Yeah.
Okay. Wena ke?
Ngingajabula eNkhungweni. Because bangani bami labanye bakhona bafunda khona.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for the lovely interview. Wishing you all the best. How's from 5? I didn't ask. How's from 5 so far?
Right kwanyalo. Because sekuthi longago lokusihluphile sise right.
The pressure isn't gonna be that much. And you? How was it for you?
It's right. Ngiyathemba kusaqhubeka kube right kude ngitawushuba.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for the lovely interview. We're on our way to Gangomonye right now to check on what Delamsile does and speak to her mom, of course. So it's after school now. Delamsile, what do you do after school? Do you normally go home or do you stay and do a little bit of work? Because Nyabona, you don't do sports. So what do you normally do after school before going home?
I normally go home. It's just that today I'm preparing for a test tomorrow, a mathematics one. So me and Matthew don't get along.
So you need the time to study. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So masingaya ekhaya nyalo, since you're not going to be there tonight, we're going to go straight home. So kanza bani ekhaya?
Ndawukhanza make ekhaya ukhona, ngishiya khona ekhaya ngakhanza yena.
Okay. So before Hambe, we had been speaking about you crossing there's a river lo crossago Mawekaya, right?
Yes.
Goes a shortcut type thing. Can
No.
you say shortcut? We shortcut because it's not the normal way that you guys take when you go home, right?
Yeah.
But malnile kakhulu kuyagcwala, ne? So that's where you normally take the route home.
Yeah.
So we would really like to see that. So Delamsile is going to take us there, and we will see the kind of situation it is there and the way that she takes when she goes home. It's not the way that we are going to take, but we're going to see and how it actually is. So do join us, and then we're going to go straight home and speak to Delamsile's mom. This is where you cross. Yep. Wenda njani ke? Because sibabonile lapha bakhumula kucathulu. Bese bangena lamandini.
Ngiyakhumula nje nami ngihambela.
Ngena la. Bongitshela ukuthi bayakumema lapha.
Biye bahle basimeme ekuseni ngobe sihambe abasiculi la simema la.
Ngikhona kuna.
Bese siyakhona khamba noma sikhumule bese sibambana ngentandla khona.
Ngatomuka. Uyagcwala kakhulu lo mfula ne.
Uyagcwala vele. Laba abantwana nje base-primary bavele bajike bangasaqhubeki.
Baphela emakhaya. Right? So makumakhada ke uhamba kumnyama.
Angihamba kumnyama nyalo ngisisa sesehlobo.
Sengisho kona ukuthi nginange ngewinter ke.
Uhamba kumnyama.
Uhamba kumnyama.
Bomba isikhathi.
Oh well, okay. So ekhayakini is just across the river. If only besikhona basitove zenze siconze ngiyalo sekhaya. But we have to turn back. Isne. Okay. Asambe ke.
Unfortunately, we couldn't find Delamsile's mom at home. It's a Thursday. Delamsile had said on Thursdays magwakhe uba sesonveni, but we waited for hours and hours for her. Simele make ukuthi abuye. On top of that, Delamsile ubuyile from school. Simshiyile esikolweni, if you do remember. Ubuyile from school, and we were able to sit down with her and have an interview with her at home. Sisekhayini, but I'm not too sure of the name. Meaning dohemang. So sisengutzen kanza sikho ngutzen.
Asikho ngutzen Gangomonye.
Gangomonye. Okay, this is your home la uhlala khona nabani?
Namake nasisi wami.
Okay, kude labanye le futhi lenhlala nabo.
Bakhona manje abahlala ekhaya bahle basihlula nje.
Oh, okay. Anisabi kuhlala no because it's just all females.
Asisabi baruthi kunenja la ekhaya.
Okay, all right. That's a good thing if ngesabi. I really like Lakhayini. It's really nice and it has a nice homey feel to it. So ngiyanibonile manifika vele no nhleti kahle, you guys are very comfortable. So guys, tokhuluma a little bit about your experience yakho after the show, not just on the show but after the show, most importantly. Lengakubuta ukuthi how has it been for you in terms of bantu bayakubona on the streets mawuhamba uye esikolweni, probably maybe mawuye esitolo or something like that?
Bayangibona abantu yenteke esikolweni bangitshele bo classmates ukuthi sikubonile wena ku TV, uvelile ku TV wena. Labo thisha bangitshela ukuthi ka YouTube bangibona. Nalabanye nje buma ke balandzaweni bangitshela manje esontweni ukuthi hayi siyambona Delamsile ku TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Diva ngimkhulu nje.
Famous.
Yes. Celeb.
Okay. Do you think ukuthi maybe Magela Kaya proud in or has she ever said anything lefana naleyo nje sisi I'm very proud of you because wafika top 10 and that is a huge achievement. Do you think she feels really proud of you Magwakho?
Yes. Yebo. Ngiyati ukuthi uyatikhandla vele proud.
Okay.
Yebo washo ukuthi hayi cha ngisebentile bangaqabanga ukuthi ngidafika ku top 10. Ngitholela le info konke nje nawe sengiyakuthola lela bangagadi lo.
All right. How has the show changed you Delamsile besides you being famous? What are the things maybe lo noticed about yourself leti influence with you being on the show?
Benginemahloni nawo vele but sengiyakhona nje ukuthi ngikhulume nalabanye bantu experience nje lengayithola lela.
Okay. Yakunika the confidence. Ngiyayibona futhi confidence because the first time I spoke to you, you were very shy. But nyalo live lakho ngiyalibona liyakhona kuphuma kahle. Even when you are on the show, bongakhona yakhumbula mos. Ukuthi bongakhona ikhuluma kahle. We had to tell you ukuthi uphakamise leave. Nyalo no one is telling you ukuthi uphakamise leave. You are doing it all on your own. Yeah, that's a really good thing for you and we're happy to see the show has changed you. So I'm going to get a little bit personal. Please be as honest as you possibly can.
Never mind anything else, it's just me and you having a conversation nje. Letinye timvo ungatinaki, right? Be as honest as you possibly can. What are the things that you may say are kutsi difficulties that you have, maybe like higher, in terms of kutsi eskoleni maybe kashane, you have to walk like isigaba lesitse. Mawubuya eskoleni, maybe there's things that you need to do like before wenda homework yakho, and by the time we end leyo homework, I'm just making an example, by the time we end leyo homework sowutsiniwe, things like that.
Ngathi akusikhulu kangako. Inkinga nje ukuthi isikole ngathi siwela umfula manje nasogcwele bese kuba khona ukuthi siwele bese kubita ukuthi sikhumule icathulo sisihamba la khazi sifika late esikolweni.
Yeah, okay. Do they ever give you any trouble esikoleni because of that? Kuthi nifike late because bewugcwele umfula?
Cha, basinike inkinga abayade ukuthi siyabaqhazela bese ba-understand.
Okay.
Singene eklasini.
All right. Is there anything else maybe lo itsingako lengasho ukuthi I know ukuthi ufike top 10 and you got a uniform, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What are the other things maybe lo itsingako? Probably school fees, probably maybe. Or a stationery, maybe school uniforms was totally. And just tell me the things that you need, G. Anything that you say you really really need, any taxita foods.
Mhlambe ngoba ngafika top 5 wangitshela namedemu ukuthi okay imali yeuniform ikhona nena ne school fees into batangibhadalela leli lengawina khona.
Okay.
Stationery konke wakubala la khathi.
Okay.
Kude lengakudzinga kangako lengathi kuyashoda.
Okay.
Kephi phone ngayijabulela.
Okay. Asengibute kaso ke le question yami. Make uyasebenza?
Uyabamba lapha nalapha.
Okay.
Dinkoselo kanjalo nje.
Okay, so nithola kanjalo tintfo.
Yeah.
Okay, in terms of kudla ke, do you guys ever struggle with kudla la ekhaya?
Akwendeki isilale singadli.
Akwendeki.
Yeah.
Okay. But there are things le ngasho ukuthi niyatitsinga nato.
Yeah.
Okay, you are a girl, you are a lady, there's things that ditsingago. We are singing roll on, we are singing mafutha ekugcobisa, we are singing sanitary towels, you are singing pen, you are singing bra. Those are the kind of things that I'm trying to get you to. Yes, to say ukuthi no, vele ngiyangititsinga tintfo letika so ngiyangstrugglisha ngokutithola. So ngikongithi be as open as you possibly can with me. So ngicela ungitshele ngale tintfo leto lo ngathi uyatitsinga.
Okay, makwenta ngako konke semandleni ukuthi lokho angithengele.
Okay.
Yeah, bakudzinga ukuthi ngize ngisokole kangako. Yebo.
Okay, timphahla ke maybe?
Yebo.
Nato timphahla uyakwentela manje. Nguwe nasiswakho kuphela?
Nalabo
labana kwangima kwakho?
Yebo.
Nabo bhuti bakho?
Yeah.
Nibangakhe kahle kahle maseniphelele?
Sing-4.
Ning-4?
Yeah.
Okay. Nonke nisitwa ngimake bamba.
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask you ukuthi baba wakho uku, if you don't mind?
Washona baba.
Oh, washona.
Yeah.
Usesemncane.
Bengifuza grade 5.
Oh, okay. So your mom has been taking care of you ever since then. Don't you think maybe she does struggle a bit? Maybe she could use a bit of help ngaletinye timvo.
Angandzinga vele sito cause akasi umuntu ophile kahle.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so vele uyalitsinga lesito.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so those are the things. Ngiyongisithi, please be as honest as you possibly can, because you never know who might be watching. Okay. Yeah. All right, Ketela Msile, thank you so much for being with us on the show, and thank you for being honest with me and of course the viewers.
And it's a wrap. So from me and the rest of the crew, of course, imoto seyisimele sevele seyathuma. We're on our way back to Mbabane. See you guys next week when we go visit Eswatini High School. Eswatini High School, where we're going to speak to Ngosi Khona. We are going to see him and what he does with his school, of course. See you guys next week. Bye.